Diverse talent doesn't want to live in Iowa. Today's title is a little bit clickbaity, so I do apologize for that. I am a two-time alum of the awesome Iowa State University, and I spent 10 wonderful years in the Cyclone State. I only left because of career opportunities elsewhere. To be super clear, I'm a huge fan of Iowa. I'm an Iowan at heart. Nothing against Iowa at all. Simply, I used it because it's the state that I'm familiar with, that has a significant number of big insurance headquarters and regional headquarters. The real title of this video should really be how remote work can help you improve your talent's diversity. Ultimately, why did I choose Iowa as the example? Well, first of all, because I know Iowa well. And number two, because Iowa is close to 91% white. And most people want to live in areas where they feel represented. For example, when I went through the Financial Leadership Rotation Program, we spent a lot of time discussing diversity in the program. This was a small 10-person elite program at a major carrier, and I relocated from Des Moines, Iowa to the almost equally white Columbus, Ohio, in order to participate in this program. And we had a lot of conversations in this program about how do we bring in more diverse talent into the program without lowering the quality of the admission standards, which are really high for that program. The problem is that diverse talent that matches the program's requirements, diverse talent with MBAs from big name schools. Number one, they're heavily recruited, and number two, they don't have an interest in insurance. Most people don't. It's not upfront. But number three, the biggest thing, people from diverse backgrounds often don't feel comfortable living in places like Des Moines, Iowa, or like Columbus, Ohio, or like Erie, Pennsylvania, or other cities that have great insurance companies, but are very, very, very white cities, or very, very, very white states, right? Most people want to live places where they feel represented. So the problem that we had was not only attracting diverse talent into the program, but also how do we get them to stay in Columbus, Ohio? Because at that time in this company, all roads led to Columbus. So not only was the program in Columbus, chances are if you want to grow within the leadership of this company, you have to move to Columbus, Ohio. So it's not super attractive for diverse MBAs to stay. I really believe that the new remote insurance employment world that we are seeing in the post-COVID world is a fantastic opportunity for many rural insurance carriers to finally get a diverse talent pool that really reflects the communities they insure, because very often they're headquartered in a city like Columbus, Ohio, like Des Moines, Iowa, or Richmond, Virginia, or Erie, Pennsylvania, or there's so many other carriers headquartered in small towns and small cities, but they insure the entire country, the majority of the country. They insure both rural and urban areas, and they insure both wider rural and very diverse urban areas. So how do you make sure that your employee force or your talent, and especially your leadership, reflects the diversity of your clientele? Well, here's a way to do it. Now, in a world where people can work wherever they want to work from and still get their work done, it is much easier to keep your diverse talent and let them live where they want to live. But you have to be deliberate about it. You have to become 100% friendly to remote. You have to make it so that remote people can be remote from the beginning. You have to be willing to invest in maybe flying them in once a month or for the first couple of weeks, or you have to spend some money. You're no longer spending it in giving them a desk at your expensive office. Now you're spending it in bringing them in every once in a while for training and to really become part of the company culture. Ultimately, where you need to get to is the place where your remote people have as much of a chance of becoming leaders in the company as your non-remote people. That's where we need to get to. So we need to get to a point that not all roads lead to your headquarters city, especially if that city is in a very undiverse part of the country. But you also have to recruit in the right places where diverse people hang out. Becoming 100% remote friendly is not that helpful if you continue recruiting only from the same universities, only from the same networks. You have to diversify where you're recruiting from. The research shows that companies with at least 30% diversity in their leadership produce better results. So, and also the research has found that the way to make diversity actually work, and the way to go forward on diversity is to make a business case at the very highest levels of the company, make a business case for diversity, and then add measures to everybody's performance management add measures on bringing in and promoting the diversity within the company. You need to make sure that the company, and especially the leadership, is educated on implicit bias, on how to make, and you have to make sure that you always have a diverse slate of professionals for every interview process. Every interview process up and down the company, you should train your recruiting, your HR function to provide you with, to make sure you always have a diverse slate of professionals to actually interview. You need to diversify your selection team. You need to redact the resumes. You need to standardize the interviews. And I'll include an article from Amy Weniger's fantastic Lead at Any Level about those three things, and she's much more of an expert than I am. You need great employee resource groups for your diverse talent to find support and community. And those employee resource groups need to be open and need to be fantastic at engaging not only people in headquarters, but also remote people. Even after you have all that's gonna be table stakes to retain and grow your diverse talent into the leadership, which is so important. But even after you have all that, your biggest opportunity to retain that diverse talent is to let them live where they feel most comfortable. I feel like I didn't make a great case for it in this video. I'm still very much thinking through this topic. I'll probably bring Amy to do a video with me to talk about this. But I truly think getting really good at remote, and especially getting really good at your remote people, being able to be remote from the beginning, at being able to make sure that your remote people have as good of a chance of growing into leadership as your in-office people. You get those two things right, that will allow your remote talent to stay with the company, even if they don't want to live in areas where they don't feel very represented. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.